Welcome back to another episode of 6 Past 6 Sports Talk Show. It is currently 6 past 6. Why are you still sleeping? If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to go ahead and do that, please. Each sub means the world to me, and you can always unsubscribe if you don't like the content. Anyways, today we're diving into the action that was week 1 and giving my top 12 programs currently. I already know a team or two on this list will get some of y'all pissed off, but these are my rankings and I hope y'all enjoy it. Let's get right to it. Number 12, Notre Dame. They had a tough loss to Miami in week 1. Notre Dame didn't look horrible, but they also didn't really look like a playoff team. Since it was just week 1, it's hard to tell if Notre Dame is bad or if Miami is actually good. CJ Carr did look like he was starting to get it together towards the end of the game. If they would have came away with the W, they would have probably been top 5. But since they didn't, they come in at number 12. Number 11, Florida State. This will piss a lot of people off. But currently, FSU looks like one of the best teams in the nation. They went 2-10 last year. Then this year, they knocked off the giant that is Alabama to start the season. Their quarterback looks like Kyler Murray out there. If they continue playing like they did Saturday, this team could realistically win a wide open ACC and make the playoffs. Talk about a damn good bounce back. Number 10, we have another ACC team in the Clemson Tigers. This team had a very tough opening week matchup against the LSU Tigers. Klubnik looked solid in the game, but LSU just had the better defense on Saturday night. I see Clemson using this loss as fuel for them to go on a run and potentially make the ACC championship game. Dabo Swinney may possibly have the best team he's had in the last 5 years, at least. This year is championship or bust for the Tigers. Number 9. Texas comes in at number 9 after losing on the road to Ohio State. This was Arch Manning's first road game, and it being at the shoe had to have him feeling nervous as hell before the game started. He did okay during this game, but Ohio State has one of the best defenses in the whole nation. Texas will bounce back and have a great season, seeing how they will definitely face easier defenses. Week 1 didn't go as expected, but that doesn't mean we should panic quite yet. Number 8. Illinois comes in on my list next. This team has all the potential to be a top 4 Big Ten team this year. They started the season with a dominant win and they look to carry their momentum forward and have a huge season. I think this team will be like the Hoosiers from last year. I definitely can see them making the playoffs if they stay healthy and keep clicking like they are. Number 7, South Carolina. South Carolina is showing their cocks all season long. This team has all the pieces to compete in a stacked SEC. They will have their work cut out for them if they truly want to make the playoffs this year, though. Making it through the SEC gauntlet is always a daunting task, year in and year out. This season will be no different. Lenoris Sellers looks to be the real deal at QB, and I think he will end up being a Heisman finalist if he can keep up the stellar play that we saw in week 1. Number 6, Miami comes in next on the list. They had a solid week 1 game against Notre Dame, leaving with the win on Sunday night. Carson Beck looked comfortable against the Fighting Irish. His O-line kept him standing up straight in the pocket, which is a solid feat seeing how good Notre Dame's defense always is. If the Hurricanes can keep this up, they are the frontrunner for the ACC championship. Number 5, Georgia. Georgia beat up on Marshall all game long on Saturday. Gunnar Stockton looked like a seasoned vet out there for Kirby Smart. The Bulldogs are always a top 10 team. However, it'll be interesting to see how they stack up against the cream of the SEC crop this year. They have a very solid chance of finishing as a top 12 team again this season and making the dance. Number 4, Oregon comes in at 4. They beat an FCS team in week 1, however, it was the best FCS team. Still, an FCS victory isn't enough to move them up any in the rankings for me. This team looks like it has the potential to win the whole damn thing this year. Dante Moore finally is having his chance to start, and he's shining so far. I see Oregon making a run in the playoffs this season. Number 3, Penn State. Penn State comes in at number 3 for me on this list. A lot of people will have them at number 1. I'm not quite that high on them yet. Yes, they have all the returning starters, blah blah blah. But truly, what has those starters actually won? A big fat nothing. This team always chokes when the pressure is on. Until they actually win a big, meaningful game, this team will not be in my top 2. Number 2, LSU comes in at the second spot on this list. This team did what they had to do on Saturday by beating Clemson on the road. They have the QB in Nussmeier and the weapons on offense to truly be elite this year. Don't even get me started on their defense. This is a scary team in all levels of the game. The one thing holding me back from putting them at number 1 is head coach Brian Kelly. He isn't a winner by any means, and he'll end up holding the Tigers back from glory that they should reach this year. Number 1. Everybody already knows who number 1 was going to be on this list. Ohio State won the biggest game of the weekend. They held Arch Manning and the Longhorns in check all game long, which definitely wasn't an easy task. Ohio State looks even better than they did last year during their championship season. They upgraded at QB with Julian Sayin, and they also have an improved defense. This team truly could go 11-1 in the regular season this year. We all already know Michigan will beat them again this season. This has been my top 12 teams after week 1. Who do you think deserves to be on this list that I didn't list? What would you change about this list? Like and subscribe if you're ready for new football content every day.